Hello everyone, my name is Casual Prince Aitor Sam and welcome back to Journey. We're back again. Haven't uploaded in about a week or so. I have been quite busy with other channels and with work and stuff. So yeah, we're back. Now, in the previous episode, we fell down into this very dark place, which is a very stark contrast to everywhere we've been so far. A very stark contrast. There's still sand. Like, we can go through here. I think that's absolutely amazing, the fact that the traveller shakes his head, or their head, sorry, genderless, shakes their head after you go through sand. It's adorable and amazing. So there is still light, which means that the sun has probably not gone down fully, because otherwise there wouldn't be light. So it's still lighter up there than it is down here. Oh look, there's one of our friends. At least you've got some companionship down here. Wow, that was a very, very powerful aura. Go through here. Just look around a bit. Hey everyone. I'm just looking around because if there's little strips here, then there might be something that they can help us with. No, but there's nothing up here. Well, we've got full energy in our scarf now, that's something. Look at these guys, it looks like they're hiding. They're leading us somewhere. Now I know for certain there's one up here. There we go. So let's grab the glowing symbol, and our scarf grows ever longer. And we're gonna need it for the charge ahead. Because so far in our journey we've been in light. And right now we're in darkness. Doesn't that look peculiar? No, there's another glowing symbol over there, so we're gonna go grab that. Now there's a lot of cloth here. It's unusual that there's this much. And it's not covered in sand. Like, we don't need to activate these. They activate themselves just by us being there. So these aren't like the ones we've already seen. We sort of need to float down here. There we go. So these are a bit peculiar because they're not covered in sand. They don't need to be activated. Whoa. It's a long way down. Oh, they have oars as well. They're like jellyfish. Recharge ourselves a bit. There we go. Thanks, buddy. And we can probably make it the rest of the way. There's nothing around here. No. Down we go. Making sure there's nothing. I don't want to miss anything. isn't this ominous? And look, it's those things again. Now, I've been telling you guys for the longest time, the stone remnants that we see across the desert, and those things as well, I've been telling you to keep an eye out for them. And this is why. Don't they look familiar? Giant stone worms. These are the things that have been in the desert, in ruins. The things that have had the cloth inside of them. But what are they, you ask? Because these aren't ruins, they look like they're in formation. You want to find out what they are? They're hunters. Now, I literally just said that because that's what they are. They probably have a name in the lore of this game, but I guess I'm just going to call them hunters for now. That's literally a name I just made up on the spot. I didn't intend to call them that. I just sort of said that and was like, yeah, that's a good name. But we saw in the previous vision of the past that our kind were riding these things, and I'm going to talk more about that a bit later. But now we know that there's one in here, and it's not friendly. It's looking for us, or for anything like us. And there's more than one, I think. Oh no. Now you've got to remember, these things, they don't necessarily, you can tell that they're looking for the cloth, but they don't necessarily destroy it, because all the ruins we've found so far, they've had cloth inside them. So what these things are doing, they're collecting it. There's another one. And more of them are awakening now. Oh, now that was too close. Now, the first time I actually played this for myself, well, when I owned the game, because the first time I played it wasn't actually my copy. I didn't steal it, okay. Enough with that. Whoa. The first time I actually played it, I didn't get caught by these things, but the first time I played it when I owned the game, I got caught, and I'm only gonna say this: it's better if we don't get caught. So we're gonna stick like glue to the walls, and there's a symbol over there that I want. We have to make sure that the coast is clear. If these things find us, it will not be a fun time. I thought they might be patrolling, but I think it, at least for this area, it's just those two. Let's go get the symbol quickly. There we go. But we have to be careful. Now you can see there's some sort of light over there, but we have to get there. Still have to be careful. There's a light down there, and between us and the light there are quite a few of these guys. There's two, I'd say, 2 or 3. 2. And they are not going to let us pass. So there's only one way we're gonna get down there. By going for it. Here we go. They've seen us. They're after us. Keep going, Trav. Keep going. Almost there. Ha-ha! Saved by the symbols. So we can actually go back. I didn't realise this. Yeah, I really didn't realise this. I don't think I've ever explored outside. I always just assumed we couldn't go back. Making sure I haven't missed anything, I suppose. No, it looks to me like what I saw over there was just the glow. So whatever those things were, they were repelled by these symbols, by the light, and you can still hear them out there. Oh, we missed one symbol. It's a shame. Anyway, we outwitted the hunters. I think we deserve another glimpse of the past. And I feel like this one is going to be enlightening. See, now we're standing beside him. Looking at the mountain. And he's looking down at us. We're looking up at him. What is he gonna tell us? So the hunters, they destroyed everything, and you see, they're all dead. Our kind, all of them, they're gone. And the hunters were buried upon miles and miles of sand. There's the stone pedestals you've been seeing. But then something happened. Now, doesn't he look familiar? That was us. We've learnt the past. Now it seems we're doing a recap. Now, I want to talk quickly, before we move on, about the hunters and sort of what I think they are. Originally, when I played the game for the first time, many years ago, I believed that because, as we saw in the previous visions of the past, our kind were overusing the cloth, and then they began fighting over it. Now, I originally believed that the hunters were some sort of ancient entity that were awakened by the fact that our kind were fighting over the cloth. But now that we've seen it again, and we know that our kind were actually riding the hunters, I think that they were created by us. Because if you think about it, what the hunters have always been doing is gathering up cloth. In the vision of the past, we saw multiple factions sort of opposing one another while they were riding the hunters. So I believe that the hunters were actually created as some sort of war machine to fight against others of our kind and help get the most cloth. So, and I presume they turned against us because, well, I guess we just sort of destroyed each other. We earned a trophy, Trials. Oh, I think that's probably due to me not getting detected. We've got a long way to climb now, and there's daylight. So we've got a long climb ahead of us. There's some light over there, so presume we go towards the light. Hopefully not in a sense that we're dead. Hopefully in a more positive sense this time. So there's sand again. Nice yellowish sand. Friendly sand, not like grey blue sand that we saw in the previous place. Not cold, scary sand. You see? That's us. That was the very first part of our journey. Now I don't know what the hell this is. It looks like water, but it's like liquid infused with energy. And look, there's the symbol on the front of our chest. Our heart. But look at this. That's the start of our journey. We started on that hill. Over there was the mountain, and these are the little stone pedestals that we found. But from here, it looks like we can infinitely fly. There's a symbol over here. Let's grab it. Now, seeing as I didn't get detected by the hunters, thank God, for those of you who are curious, what happens if you do is basically they grab you by the scarf and they rip a part of it off. I'm pretty sure I got caught multiple times on my first playthrough. I'm just seeing if there's anything over here. No, nothing. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I got caught multiple times, and they pretty much quartered the total length of my scarf. So for any players out there, I know Animation Fan Squad has got this game thanks to me. I must say I'm very glad you decided to buy it because of me, Marielle. Thanks for always being a good viewer, because both my channels wouldn't be what they were without you and Donnan, of course. But besides the point, any other players, if you want to keep the total length of your scarf that you've acquired thus far, don't get caught by the hunters, because they take it away and you ain't getting it back. You see, and there we found the then we found the birds made out of cloth. And that was another leg of our journey. Now the jellyfish are here. Don't know if there's anything in here, don't think so. You can use these things to climb. Still some of them trapped in there. Oh, hold on, there's a place over there. Hold on a meeny-miny moment. Whoa, that's somewhere I've not been before. We've got to keep an eye on that. I think we need the water level to rise once more, and then we'll be able to get up there. But it's not quite enough at the current point. But we're seeing all of our journey so far. Our journey's been foretold, but why? And that's where we've just been. With the worms, with the hunters. Now look at that. That's like... It's like a cloth version of the worm. Of the hunters. Now we can definitely go through here. Let's see if there's anything here. But I've never been through here, so this is got to be some sort of Easter egg. Whoa. What's this going to reveal? Whoa. Is this like a grave? That looks like a funeral to me. We just found an Easter egg, everyone. That's cool. There's nothing up here, is there? No. Maybe this is a grave. Maybe that's what this suggests. That this is where some of them were buried. Well, that's cool. It's cool going back to games and playing them again and, you know, finding new things. Try and climb a bit more, and there's another symbol here. Extend the scarf. You think it doesn't do it by a lot each time, but it really does. Right, we're gonna ride this thing. Thank you. Greatly appreciated, friend. And that's... I suppose these aren't really in order, but that was way back when we used the cloth to form the bridges. See, just like that over there. We're a bit tangled in our scarf there. Now I've found that Easter egg, I'm just looking out for any secrets I might have missed. But we're keeping going. Almost fell off there. And they're leading us over to another one. There's something up there as well. There's multiple things. We'll have to check those out once the water level rises again. And that's when we did sand surfing. And the water's rising again. And would you look at that? There it is. There's the mountain. Now if you look over here, ooh, there's a bit down here that we haven't had a look at. Let's just float down here. Oh, okay. Maybe it's just nothing then. Now, I believe, now you may remember that at the start I mentioned in the very first area there were a bunch of glowing circles on the floor. Those were teleporters that led us to this point. Now I don't want to actually go any closer to this pedestal or whatever, because I don't want to get teleported back. But maybe these are teleporters to all of the different areas, or maybe these, I don't know. I was going to say maybe these are where we come out if we teleport here, but I don't think that's the case. Oh, we missed the symbol again. It's annoying. But look at that. There's the mountain. It's closer than it's ever been before. One last time. Let's get a glimpse. Not of the past, Traveler's looking around. All of the symbols are going into this meditation spot. I feel like this is going to be major. It's weird me saying this, because I know exactly what's going to happen. It's just the purposes of entertainment. Look! We're in the exact same place we have been the whole time. There's us. It's where our journey began. You see? Then we formed the bridges. And then we met the birds. Went through the cities, did some sand surfing as the sun went down. Then went into the undercroft with the hunters, and then we climbed. But there, that's not the past or the present. That's the mountain. And there's us. That's the future. But why are we kneeling? Our journey's almost at its end. This is where we saw the whole time. We were teleported to this place every time we meditated. And you saw what I saw. We saw the future. We didn't see ourselves reaching the mountain. We saw the traveler falling to his knees at the base of it. Regardless, look at that. That's falling. That's the outside. And that's white. That's not sand. Listen to the wind. That's snow. Everything friendly that we've come across has been attracted to the warmth. The cloth, us. We're going into a land of cold now at the base of the mountain. There's no turning back. Here we are. There's the mountain. We are at the foot of the mountain. One of our little bird friends has fallen. And look at our scarf. It's slowly... Our cloak is slowly starting to chill over. Come on, bud. Stay with me. Ugh. It's no use. Even with our aura, we're not strong enough to revive these guys. The cold has frozen them. And if you look at my scarf, the energy is slowly being drained from it. We don't like the cold. But we've still got a long way to go. Thank you, friend. Your sacrifice will not be in vain. Okay, everyone, we're going to end this part here. We've learned a lot today. Things we maybe shouldn't have learned. But regardless of what we saw, our journey is almost at its end. We have one destination, and that is the mountain. We are this close. One final leg of the journey to go. Next part will be the finale of Journey. I hope you enjoyed this part. If you did, make sure to leave a like and comment on the video. And I'll see you all on another video very, very soon. Goodbye, everyone.